Hello and welcome back to Limitless You Talk with me, Katie. I'm going to say a word to you, and that word is regret. Such a big word. A word that I feel, subject to my own opinion here, that we use very, very loosely, very, very easily, and unnecessarily. I read a book earlier on this year, and it's called The Power of Regret. And off the top of my head, I can't remember the name of the guy that wrote it. Which was really terrible. I should have researched this before I came on just to make sure. But anyway, if you Google it, you'll see. So the book is called The Power of Regrets, and it spoke about, why as a society each of us regrets certain things in life. And it really got me thinking in two parts. So let's go to the first part. So at first it got me thinking that I do feel that we regret really easily about things because it makes us feel better. It makes whatever we missed out on or whatever we didn't do by our choice easy to say, oh, I regret not going to Sheila's lunch now when I should have went because it sounds really good. I just think that's a pure cop out. You didn't go because you didn't want to, or you were too lazy to get up off the couch. You just wanted a quiet day, and that's absolutely fine. But don't regret it because that's just a pure cop out. And secondly, I feel that regrets should only be a regret if it's something big, if it's something life changing, if it's something that was to do with, say, someone that had a limited time left, that maybe had a terminal diagnosis for something. That's a regret. A regret would be, oh, I didn't spend time with them enough, or I didn't go and visit them right up until the end. I didn't go to my dad's birthday party. It was his 60th, and I didn't go. I mean, that's a regret because that's a significant event. Because some people's parents don't get to 60. So you see, that's where, for me, regret is valid, but all the other stuff, it's not valid at all. And that's just my opinion. So I'm sure other people will have their own opinions, but regret for me has to be earned. In terms of, you have to really, like for me, so if I put it in my context, and what I mean by that is when I was ill, I was supposed to go to Jersey. And I always remember this one time. We were going a Thursday to a Tuesday long weekend. And I wasn't in a good frame of mind. I was really, really scared about going. It was a time where I really, really struggled to be away from home. I tried to hide it for so long. And the night before, I was crying, upset and things. And right, just go to your bed and see how you wake up in the morning. I was okay, go and put some things in my case. So I'm FaceTime to my mum at the time, put some things in the case while she was on the phone, come off the phone to her, took stuff out of the case. Next morning, I can't go. I can't do it. I can't do it, Dad. I can't do it. Crying, hyperventilating in the phone. I didn't go. I stayed in the house for 5 days. Hardly spoke to anyone. Hardly ate. Locked myself in the house. I was lucky if I showered, to be honest. Now, I earned that regret because I regret that, and I still regret that to this day. Now, I go to Jersey sometimes 3-4 times a year, and I missed out on a time. Memories, times with my grandpa, my Aunt Margaret, my mum and my dad. I missed that, and I regret that. I regret that, and I still do, because I'd worked so hard just to build up, and I'd been like a few months before, and although it was hard to go and things, I still did it. So I all of a sudden like couldn't I do it? It just was like I was like so stubborn about it, and I regret it. But I don't hold on to that regret. I accept that it happened, and I've been lucky enough that I've been to Jersey so many times since that happened. I go on my own now. I go for, I don't want to come home. I mean, what a turnaround, what a 360 turnaround. But that regret still niggles at me. And it only niggles at me because I wish I wish I didn't treat it like a cop-out. I validated that regret. I validated it. Because it made me feel better for it. Now, see, I'm recording this podcast, right? In full disclosure, famous Fiona is in the next room and has just decided to turn on the Hoover. So if you can hear a Hoover while I'm recording this, famous Fiona, and it's her fault. So anyone that knows famous Fiona and has listened to this podcast, could they please tell her that they heard her hoovering in the background? But that's just a wee side point. So, yeah, I validated that regret. I hate myself for it. Oh, hate's a wrong word, but I do. Because I don't like that version of myself that made me become. It made me validate that what I was doing was right for me. That locking myself away in the house was the right thing to do. I remember the boys from the office tried to come along and see if I was okay, and I refused to open the door. I don't know if my mum and dad know that, actually. But yeah, refused to open the door. Told them to go away. I mean, and that's not me as the type of person. But I did do that. Because I validated it. Now, I do still regret that. But because I've accepted it, because I've not let it stop me, I've used it as fuel to make sure that I don't regret things going forward, because I don't like the way it made me feel. Don't like thinking of that validation. I don't want that necklace around my neck. Like, it's a cheap shot. So that's what regret is. A lot of people, and you get a lot of questions now, is like, you know, I asked my dying granny what she regretted about her life. And she was like, oh, I regret not doing this for your papa. I regret this or I regret that. And that's fine. I think if you're on your deathbed, you can say whatever you want to say. But again, is it validating? Because they're reminiscing, they're thinking. It's near the end, so it's easy to have that conversation and to pick a regret. I've never yet heard anyone say, do you know what, I don't regret anything. And I would love to ask that question back if someone said that to me. I'd be like, what is it like to not regret anything? What is it like to really be able to work hard to confidently say that? I mean, because it just sounds amazing. It really, really does. I would love to meet that person. I would love to talk to you. If you're listening to this or watching this, please reach out, because I want to know what it is like to not regret anything. And that's just because it's so natural for it. I'll start that again. It's so natural for us to regret something. Like, a lot of us say, oh, I regret not going to the gym last night. I should have went instead of putting it off, but I just couldn't be bothered. Cop out. Excuse. Loosely used. Easily used. That word. Oh, I regret that pizza I had at the weekend, or that takeaway I had at the weekend, because I just feel like I've put weight on. So I regret having it. Cop out. Excuse. Easily used. See what I mean? We've all done it. We've all done it, including me. We're only human at the end of the day. That's why I'm saying regret needs to be earned. You need to be able to be like, do you know what? I really regret not. I've earned it with the Jersey one, because I did earn it. Because I had to feel the effects of what a shit feeling it is when you're home alone and everyone else is away enjoying themselves. And just because my anxiety and stress and depression was consuming me, I didn't get. And I had to live with it. I still have to live with that. But I promised myself I would never allow myself to feel like that. That's the difference. I think it's who you choose to be within it, what you choose to regret, easily or earned, and really how you can teach yourself to try and not hold that regret, try and not let it consume you. But could you use it as fuel to make sure that you don't end up feeling that way again? I think, because I still have things, oh, I regret doing that. Oh, I regret speaking up because now it's going to be an argument. Oh no. But then I go like, do you know what? It'll be fine in about an hour. Be fine. Then move on. Done. Sorted. So that's the difference. So see that word regret in the way that you maybe used it loosely earlier on today or yesterday or last week. Go back in your head to that conversation or the way that you said it out loud and really dig into, did I need to say it like that? Do I actually regret it? Like, what do I actually regret? And think of the bigger picture. Think of the bigger, more meaningful things. Like for me, another one is that when my granny was very, very ill, I was at work and things like, and some of the times I should have went to the hospital and I didn't. That's an earned one. It's an earned one. But I got, she passed away in 2018. I'm going to be 28. That was 6 years ago. So I was 21 when she died. 22? 21? 22? I was early 20s. And I wish I had a few extra days. That's an earned one. Because that's a meaningful one. But not going to the gym or eating the takeaway the pizza is a cop-out. So see how we're talking this out loud now and really like getting in the zone of what actually is a regret, what isn't, what's a cop-out, what is an earned regret. That's the way that my perception is. A regret is an earned regret because it's something meaningful. It's something life-changing because we lost her a month later. I might be a funeral director, but I still experienced all of the other side of it. That's the difference. And I promised myself that I would not let it consume me the way that those situations did. And I've stuck to that, as hard as it is. But by reading that book, The Power of Regret, by really digging into what actually I do regret, through patience, through time, through learning, through education, I know what's earned and I know what's a lot of crap. And that's the difference. So I'm going to leave you with that because I want you to really think about it. And that's a lot in a short space of time to take in. But because it's such an intense topic, such an intense word, but we need to stop using it loosely. We need to stop using it like it's, oh, we're going out for a cuppa. No, don't use it like that because it's too loose. You can only use it in a well-earned situation, in a life-changing event, life-changing circumstances or challenges, because that's an earned regret. Because it allows you to use that for fuel, that you never use it as a cop-out again. So I'm going to leave you a lot of food for thought on that one. And just before I regret to say it, cop-out, here we go. I just want to say again, thank you so much for listening. And if I can ask you just to take a few minutes to jump on Spotify if you're listening to this and follow me, subscribe, because it would just mean the world to know that you're out there listening and you're engaging. And if you're watching on YouTube, please do the same. You can subscribe or follow me both at Limitless You Talk Katie, or follow me on Instagram. And please, any questions, anything, please just reach out to me. So thank you very much. Do not regret it. You don't regret it. No, regret, just remember it's an intense, powerful word, and the way that we use it is different to what it should be. So yeah, go away, food for thought, think about it the next time, and yeah, it could really enhance that journey.